My name's Scott William Lee. I'm a lieutenant with Daytona Beach Police Department. I'm a second-generation police officer. My father was a law enforcement officer for about 38 and a half years. Well, having kids and being an officer is quite a challenge at times, especially being on night shift. You do have to make an effort really to get up early enough to do things with your kids. You got to make sure your kids are going to school in the morning and getting picked up and things like that. And it does create a situation that can be stressful from time to time, but it's something that most officers, any officer who has kids, which is quite a few of them, they have to deal with, and we find ways to deal with it. It does create some situations that are stressful sometimes, but we try to help each other out and work through it. The best part of this job is the interactions that we get to have, not only among ourselves as co-workers, also the interactions that we have with the community. Being on night shift, probably the hardest part of the job is transitioning from a day shift schedule to a night shift schedule and back and forth again. Out here doing the job, the hardest thing is really kind of reminding yourself that the things that are happening to you out here aren't necessarily personal. The reactions that you're getting from people aren't directed at you at a personal level. They're directed at what you represent at the time, and that can tend to wear people down, wear officers down when you're bombarded with negativity sometimes. What is kind of the biggest misconception, or what I believe the biggest misconception is people have about law enforcement officers? I think a lot of people think we come into this job and exist here just for the sole purpose to take people to jail and put them in a prison, even if it means for something they didn't do, which really isn't the case. Most of us want to be truth seekers. We want to find out what the truth is in an investigation. We want to take the people, bring the people to the court system so that they can hold them accountable for what they did. The things that probably impact me the most in my career, or the things that I've seen that I believe are the most kind of horrific things I've seen, are things involving children usually, or something that impacts us a little harder than other things. I've had to draw my gun quite a few times. Draw my gun is sometimes something that I do on a regular basis, depending on what we're doing out here, what kind of calls are going on for the night. Have I ever had to shoot? I've never had to shoot my firearm in the line of duty. No. Luckily.